Let's kick things off with a quick experiment. Imagine you're sitting in a studio surrounded by the latest gear, and you're about to hear two songs, but here's the twist. One is crafted by a human, the other by artificial intelligence. Can you spot the difference? Listen to these two short song clips, one made by Suno V4, the other by Udio V2. Both are cutting-edge AI music generators, and both are making waves in the industry. As you listen, try to pick out the subtle details that might give away which is which. Focus on the singer's breath, the guitar's texture, the rise and fall of the melody. Notice the way the instruments blend, the emotion in the vocals, and the overall vibe of each track. These are the clues that, until recently, only a trained ear could use to separate human from machine. Can you tell which is human, which is AI? It's tough, right? That's how far we've come in 2026. The gap between human creativity and machine intelligence is closing fast, and it's making even the pros second-guess themselves. These tools aren't just for fun anymore, they're serious instruments for musicians and producers. What started as a novelty has become a powerful force in the music world, changing the way songs are written, produced, and even performed. The line between human and machine-made music is almost invisible now. In fact, many artists are blending both, using AI to spark inspiration or finish tracks that might have otherwise stayed on the shelf. Just a few years ago, AI music was easy to spot. Robotic vocals, muddy instruments, no emotion. It was more of a party trick than a professional tool. But the technology has evolved at lightning speed. But with Suno V4 and Udio V2, even pros get fooled. Audio engineers, producers, and seasoned musicians are often left scratching their heads, unable to tell the difference between a human performance and an AI-generated one. These platforms don't just stitch loops, they compose, arrange, and perform from a simple text prompt. You can type in a mood, a genre, or even a story, and the AI will turn it into a full-fledged song, complete with lyrics, harmonies, and intricate arrangements. So, what really sets them apart? That's what we're exploring today. Is it the realism of the vocals, the flexibility of the arrangements, or the creative control they offer to users? Both are incredibly advanced, but each has its own strengths and philosophy. Suno V4 might focus on delivering radio-ready tracks with minimal input, while Udio V2 could be all about giving creators more tools to shape every detail. One might give you a polished pop vocal, the other more control and nuance. Depending on your workflow, you might prefer the hands-off approach of one, or the deep customization of the other. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, knowing these differences is key. For newcomers, these tools can be a gateway into music creation. For professionals, they're a way to push boundaries and experiment with new sounds. Keep those two clips in mind as we break down what makes each tool unique. The future of music is here, and it's more exciting and more mysterious than ever. Let's dive in. The human voice is the most expressive instrument, and for years, AI just couldn't capture its soul. Now, Suno V4 and Udio V2 have changed the game, each bringing their own flavor of vocal authenticity. We're talking realism, clarity, and, most importantly, emotion. Can the AI deliver a performance that feels real, with all the subtle imperfections and emotional depth? Both platforms use massive datasets and clever engineering to teach their models how to sing like us. Suno and Udio each have a sweet spot. One nails polished pop, the other raw emotion. The real question isn't if AI can sing, but how you want it to sing for your music. When you first listen to Suno V4's vocals, the thing that immediately stands out is their remarkable clarity. Every syllable is crisp, every note rings out with a polished sheen that's hard to miss. There's a sense of professional polish that makes these vocals sound like they've already been through a top-tier mixing and mastering chain. They're modern, upfront, and have that radio-ready quality you'd expect from chart-topping artists. Think Dua Lipa or Taylor Swift, with vocals that leap out of the speakers and grab your attention. The articulation is so clean that every lyric is easy to understand, and the pitch is impressively stable, even on challenging melodic runs. It's clear that Suno has been trained on a huge library of studio-quality pop vocals, and it delivers that tight, controlled energy right out of the box, no extra tweaking required. What's really exciting is the flexibility. You can prompt Suno for different vocal characters, maybe you want a smoky blues tone or a breathy indie vibe, and it adapts with surprising accuracy. This means you can experiment with genres and moods on the fly, auditioning different styles in seconds, which is a game changer for songwriting and production sessions. For brainstorming, it's a dream tool. You can quickly test out how a hook or verse sounds with different vocal textures, helping you find the right direction before you ever step into a vocal booth. But there's a flip side to all this perfection. Sometimes the vocals are so flawless that they almost feel a bit sterile, like every take is the best take, with no room for happy accidents or raw emotion. You might find yourself missing those little imperfections, the cracks, the grit, the subtle strain in a singer's voice that makes a performance feel truly human and emotionally resonant. For clean professional vocals that need to sit perfectly in a modern mix, Suno is absolutely ideal. But if you're after that raw, unfiltered emotion, the kind that gives you goosebumps, you'll need to get creative with your prompts, or plan on doing some post-processing to roughen up the edges. Suno shines brightest in polished pop and electronic genres, where precision and clarity are king. For gritty, vulnerable performances, it's not quite there yet, but it's getting closer with every update. For most producers, Suno is a reliable, inspiring starting point, one that can spark creativity and help you shape your sound, whether you're chasing a chart hit or just exploring new ideas. Udio V2, on the other hand, shines with emotional nuance. Its vocals feel lived in, dynamic, imperfect, and deeply human. Udio understands how to use vibrato, breath, and subtle timing shifts to convey real feeling, prompt it for a heartbroken singer, and you'll get a performance that's genuinely moving. This makes Udio perfect for genres where emotion is everything: folk, soul, blues. The AI doesn't just recite lyrics, it interprets them. The trade-off? Sometimes the vocals are less polished, with more breaths and timing quirks. For many, that's a plus. It's a raw, authentic starting point. If you want a radio pop sheen, you'll need to do some extra editing. But for emotional depth, Udio is unmatched. For producers, stems, separate tracks for vocals, drums, bass, and more, are essential. Stems let you remix, edit, and truly control your song. Without them, you're stuck with a finished mix and little flexibility. With stems, you can swap out drums, tweak the bass, or add your own parts. This is where Suno and Udio take different paths. The quality and organization of stems can make or break your workflow. Let's see how each platform handles this crucial feature. Suno V4 keeps things simple. You get a clean vocal a cappella and a full instrumental mix. The vocal stem is impressively isolated, easy to drop into your DAW and process. This is perfect for quick remixes, karaoke, or laying vocals over new instrumentals. But Suno doesn't give you full, multi-track stems, no separate drums, bass, or guitars. That limits your ability to deeply remix or rearrange. For beginners, this simplicity is a plus. No overwhelming files to manage. For advanced producers, it's a limitation. Suno is a great song starter, but not a full production toolkit. It's a solid foundation, but not a deconstructed kit. Udio V2 is built for pros who want total control. It gives you full multi-track stems, vocals, drums, bass, and more. The separation is clean. Solo the bass, and you hear just the bass. This lets you remix, process, and blend AI tracks with your own recordings. Udio's stems turn the AI into a true session band, not just a demo generator. You can swap out parts, automate dynamics, and create unique hybrid tracks. For serious producers, this is a game changer. Suno gives you a great demo. Udio gives you the full session. If you want to dig in and rebuild, Udio is the clear winner. Mastering is the crucial final polish that transforms a good track into a great one, ensuring your music sounds balanced, powerful, and professional on any system, from car stereos to club speakers and streaming platforms. It's the step that brings out the best in your mix, adding clarity, punch, and cohesion so your song stands out in any playlist. Suno V4's tracks are designed to come out of the box sounding loud, bright, and polished, with a commercial sheen that's ready for instant sharing. You can upload them straight to social media, streaming services, or send them to friends without worrying about extra tweaks. These tracks are pre-mastered, meaning they're processed to match the loudness and tonal balance of today's commercial releases. When you compare them side by side with chart-topping songs, they hold their own right away, making them perfect for creators who want a finished product fast. However, this approach can be limiting for professional producers and engineers. With less room for custom mastering, you might find it challenging to add your own creative touch or fix subtle issues in the mix, since much of the processing is already baked in. On the other hand, Udio V2's mixes are intentionally more open and dynamic, with less heavy-handed processing. This means the tracks retain more of their natural dynamics and musical detail, giving you a flexible starting point for your own mastering process. At first listen, Udio's tracks might sound a bit quieter or less finished, but they offer greater depth, space, and headroom. This allows for more nuanced adjustments and creative decisions during mastering, letting you shape the final sound exactly how you want it. For mastering engineers, this is ideal. There's plenty of headroom to work with, so you can apply your own EQ, compression, and limiting to achieve a truly unique and professional result tailored to your vision. If you want a finished, radio-ready track instantly, Suno is the clear choice. It's perfect for content creators, DJs, or anyone who needs to share music quickly, without extra steps. But if you're someone who loves to craft your own sound, experiment with different mastering chains, or deliver music to professional standards, Udio gives you the raw material and flexibility you need. Both approaches have their place, and the best choice depends on your workflow, your goals, and how much control you want over the final sound. Ultimately, the decision comes down to your preferred workflow and the level of creative control you want in the mastering process. So, which AI tool should you use? It depends on your goals. Suno V4 is unbeatable for fast, polished demos and sparking new ideas. It's the ultimate musical sketchbook. Type a prompt, get a catchy, finished song in minutes. When you're ready to go deeper, Udio V2 is the pro's choice. Its multi-track stems and emotional vocals make it perfect for full productions. My workflow: Suno for ideation, Udio for production. Suno is the brilliant songwriter. Udio is the session band. Use both, and you get the best of both worlds. The real magic is in combining their strengths. Now, how would you use these tools? Are you a songwriter, producer, or hobbyist? Share your dream AI music workflow in the comments. Let's talk about it.